Hi there, just a video to show you how to turn on the background music on advert. So at the moment, this is the way I normally had it set up, so that it plays a random song probably every 15 minutes or so, just one song, and it plays the background advertising clip on the second monitor normally, but I've only got it on this one because I've only got one monitor on this computer at the moment. So I don't know whether you operate it in that mode or not normally. So if I give it a credit, and then so it's actually running an album. It's just a silent track, which is in the first folder or the first album 001, and then there's only one track in there. So if you're actually to scroll through the albums, you'd see the very first album. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I'll just go back to it. There is the advert song, so it's album 001, and then it's playing the advert track. So when you type in another song, as long as you've got a credit selected, say 01, say album 1205, it'll I'll just stop that for a minute, but it clears the advert track and plays the song. When the track ends, it waits a few seconds, then goes back to playing the advert. So in order to have it do that, you need to go to the options center, or F10, and in that area, in the startup and shutdown options, you need to have my random script here on startup run, and it needs to run the script. If it's not already set to do that, the way you'd find it, I'll just stop the script there, is you'd hit this button here to open it, and then you mine's on the desktop, and you select advert and random, open, and it will put it in there. When you save it, whenever the program opens, it won't do it right now, whoops, wrong button. Whenever the program opens, you'll see it pops up saying in a second, advert and random activated. It pops up in the center of the screen there, and then it disappears in a second. So yeah, and so that's how it starts playing that advert track. The other thing to make sure, if you want it to do that, is that you need to have the album in this album section here. You need to add the album. So normally I would have this in my computer, local disk, music, and you need to have the advertising folder in there with the clip for that first one. So you would add that, and then click OK, and it would add it here to the file. Now I'm just going to remove this because I've already got it. You can see I've already got it up here. So you need to have that in there so it can find this advert album in here and update the database. And you also need to, in the startup and shutdown options, you need to have, you need to have it in here. The reason it's changing this now without me pressing anything is because the script's actually running in the background. So I'll show you how to get out of that at the moment. But if the script wasn't already running, it wouldn't be doing that. You could actually put the script in there. So it's basically, the script's basically hitting, telling it to play that 01 album if there's no other music playing. So that's why it keeps doing that. That's why it keeps moving it even when I'm in this screen. So yep, and it's come up with an error now. So yep, so that's where you need it. Okay, so that's how I would normally have it set up. So the only other thing there is in the key mapping. Actually, I'm just going to stop this script for a second, so I'll show you how to if you need to work on it, because it can be quite frustrating when the script's doing that. If you quit SK Jukebox, you'll notice it comes up here saying stopping script. Right, the easiest way to stop the script from opening is you just move it from the desktop into a folder like Jukebox Editions. So when I now open SK Jukebox, it won't actually load the advert and random script because it can't find it on the desktop. So then you can go back into your options and you can fiddle around, and you'll see that it won't change everything now. So it's still in the startup options. So on startup, run, see documents and settings, desktop, and then the advert and random script. So it's still in there to run. But if you move it off of the desktop, it can't find it, and so then it can't stuff you around just while you're working with the program. Okay, so yeah, now for the other thing is, if you don't want to use it that way, if you just want to have it just sitting there idle, so playing no music, then that's what you'd also do. So I'll quit this again. So this advert and random script would normally be on the desktop, and so that the program can't find it when it opens, you just drag it and put it into another folder. I put it in the one called Jukebox Editions, and then it's in there if you need it next time. There it is here. But at the moment, because it's not on the desktop, SK Jukebox won't find it. So when you open it, you'll see this time it doesn't pop up with that thing saying advert and random, but you can see that the advert track is still here. So we want to get rid of that. If you want to get rid of it, you go to options again, and you go to see music advertising, and you just hit remove, save the database, click OK. Oh, sorry, I'll just cancel this. You go update database whenever you've changed any music locations. OK, save, and when you exit out of it, see now the first album is something different. It's not the advert. So that in that mode there, now will play no music at all. It'll just sit there forever until somebody puts a coin in and then plays a song. So if you put in a coin and play a song, it'll play something, but other than that, I'll just cancel that, it'll just sit there forever. Right, if you want it to play background music all the time, you go to options again, and then you go to start up and shut down options, and you tick this box here. It's turn on random when program loaded. And that's all you need to do, and then that's what it'll do. No matter how many times you clear the song, it'll just keep playing random songs. And you'll see that if I quit the program and open it again, it'll just start playing a random song. So if I type in a song, it'll add it to the queue down here. So if I put in a coin and type in a song 006, let's say 01, you'll see it's added it to the bottom there, but it won't play it until the random song is finished playing. So I'll just clear that again, and I'll just clear that so you can hear me, and of course it'll just keep playing music till the cows come home. So if you don't want it to do that, if you don't want it to play music all the time, you go back into startup options and uncheck the box or click it saying turn on random when program loaded. You turn that off. Now I need to clear the song again now, because it always plays the last song whenever you open the jukebox again. And that's the important thing too. Sometimes you need to reboot the jukebox, especially when it's running the script. So that's how you get rid of it. Just quickly again, so we'll go from this point having nothing playing to actually putting it back. So if you've got nothing playing at all, and you decide you want the advertising again, we'll go through that now. So we go to the options, and then the first page, add my computer, local disk, your music folder, and you add the advertising one back into it. Then we go to update database, OK, and we save that. Now the very first disk again should be your advert file, and that needs to be in 001 for it to work. The next thing we do is go back into options, go to key mapping, and make sure that the backspace, you'll see it here where it says backspace, must be a C key. If it's not, you click on it and then hit a C key on your keyboard to make sure that that's a C key. It's important for that, so that my script can cancel the song when someone plays, puts money in and pays for their own song. So once you've done that, you go to your startup options again, and make sure this is unchecked, the turn on random when program loaded, because you don't want it playing random all the time. Make sure you've got the file in there so that when the program loads it will play it, and that's all good. and you save that. Now it's still not playing at the moment because we need to reboot it for the script to start, and we need to put the script back on the desktop. So we'll quit it. We come back to this Jukebox Editions where I left the script, and we just drag it out onto the desktop, advert and random. So next time we open SK Jukebox, it'll load that script and should start playing our background ad. Advert and random activated comes up in the middle of the screen, and in a second it should play the advert track. All being well. Takes a few seconds the first time to load. There it goes, and now it's playing the advert. There's no music, yeah, and that's it. Hope that helps. Alrighty, see ya.